Did I make this public? I don't remember. Wow. I may have to go out and do it again. I'm not sure. Not sure if I made this public. Well, somebody's here, so I must have made it public. Hello there. Different location today. So who's with me? Ah, so I see some of you are coming in to join me. Oh, hi, Mary. Mary, how are things going? I really wanted to talk to you. Hi, Adele. I am happy to be able to be here and to join you today. It's been a little bit of a strange week. I will tell you a little bit more about that. I'm kind of hand-holding the phone today, so it's going to be a little bit different. And I will stay on as long as I can, but probably not as long as usual for tonight. I also made a video that I was able to load that I will be putting on YouTube because it was short enough that I was able to transfer it directly from my phone and didn't have to go through the process with my computer, which has been my issue lately. I I had gone to the movies on the weekend, wanted to tell you a little bit about that. I don't know if any of you saw the movie It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, but I got to see that and it was very interesting. Tom Hanks amazes me in his performances because he really takes on the persona of the person that he's playing. I never feel as if I'm watching Tom Hanks acting. I always feel as if I'm watching the person he's playing. And that is a fine distinction, but really impressive. And of course, what they did to him visually to make him look more like Fred? Hi, Myra. To make him look more like him was amazing. The thick eyebrows that they did. And I swear they did something to his teeth. They must have put something over his teeth. He looked, he doesn't look like him, but he did look like him, if that makes any sense. For those of you who have not seen the movie, hi, Rita. Great to see you. For those of you who have not seen the movie, um, oh, son of a gun, somebody just made an offer on one of my items, so that was kind of nice to see. He does play great character roles. When he was Forrest Gump, you felt he was Forrest Gump. Hi, great to see you, Casey. Um, so the movie was not at all what I expected it to be. I expected it to be, I guess, a lot about his life. And I thought I would be seeing a lot of the personal side of his life, but it was not that. It told a great deal. I don't want to tell too much about it because I never want to ruin the film for anybody who hasn't seen it. But we learn a lot about him, but we learn a lot about him through the role of somebody else in his world. So that's all I'll say. And it really tells a great deal about both of them. And it was an interesting movie. Oh, my hand. My hand is bothering me. And the reason that my hand is bothering me is because I had fallen a couple of days ago, day before yesterday, I think it was. I was on the phone with Linda. It was in the morning, and I went to put down, I had some leftover milk for my cereal and milk, and I went to put it down for the dogs. And I leaned way over to put the bowl on the floor, and I felt myself going, whether I slipped on something, tripped on something, I cannot say, but I went flying, and my leg bent backward behind me, and I thought, oh my God, I'm in trouble. And it was a terrible feeling. I could not get up off the floor. I felt very much like that commercial they used to have, I've fallen and I can't get up. Linda was on the phone with me at the time, so I was grateful for that because at least I had a connection in case I couldn't get up, in case it really got bad. So ultimately, I was able to drag myself over to an area of the kitchen where I had a two-step stool, and I dragged myself up. Bad week. Dog was operated on. Oh my God. He may need a pacemaker. Oh, sorry about that, Sandy. Yeah, not a good week from here either. Hi, Shar. Nice to see you. So, yeah, it was a very, very scary experience. And this time I was afraid that I broke my ankle because my ankle, I was in so much pain when I tried to get up. I said, "Oh, here we go." And the first thought that I had was, I cannot be immobile for 6 weeks. I cannot go through this where I cannot drive, where I cannot be part of the world. It was really not fun. It was not good. So it was a scary time, but I was lucky enough to have people who offered to help me. And as it turned out, it must have been a bad sprain, I'm assuming. And I never got all that swollen. My leg hurts, my foot hurts. I have not left the house since then. My ankle still hurts a lot, but I think it's probably some swelling. I'm black and blue in a number of places. Hi, Sheila. Yeah, I am doing a lot better, but when it happens, it's a very scary thing. So, of course, Linda felt terrible, and she felt like it was her fault somehow because she was on the phone with me, which was silly. And I said to her it had nothing to do with that. I should have been more careful putting something down. I'm feeling much more secure in my ability to do things, so I really haven't had any issues with it. So it was my fault that I did that. And I am, as I say, very grateful that it looks like it was just a bad sprain, and I'm hoping to get back in. I did not, right, I don't have ice. And I have to tell you, I've had a couple of people tell me that I'm crazy, that I need to get an ice bag. And I think, oh, hi, Susan. It's great to see you too. Glad you're able to join us. So, I definitely, that is on the agenda to get an ice bag. Oh, actually, son of a gun. Yeah, that would be a very nice, you came in at ice. That would be a very nice thing for a Christmas present for me. I think I'll just tell one of my friends, get me an ice bag. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get one. So I know I'm making light of it, but it really wasn't at the time, and it was very, very scary. Linda kept wanting me to go. She wanted me to call 911. I said, I'm not calling 911. I am not racing to the hospital. I'm not going to sit there for 6 or 8 hours to have them take an x-ray to find out that it's not broken. I said, I'll know if it's broken. If it's not broken, what are they going to do for it that I can't do for myself? So I think I got lucky. I pray that I got lucky, and I'm going to assume that I did. I will also tell you that on the weekend, I got to go to my first thing at one of the libraries out here. Oh, hi, Kathy. Great to see you. There are a lot of libraries that have a lot of nice things for seniors. Sandy, you were saying that you got an infrared heating pad. Yes. Yeah, that's good. Oh, Mary's telling us. Oh, good. Lance had his first chemo at UCLA on November 25th, 26th. It went well. He had a pain attack in the mid first treatment, had to take pain meds, but didn't have nausea, etc. Just fatigued. We came home on December 4th. Wonderful. I'm glad you're home. And do keep us updated and let us know how he's doing, Mary. I think about you so often. Um, yeah, so I know, Sandy, that heating pad is uh, is supposed to be really good. I'm gonna have to do something and have more things in the house. I did actually take that night when I went to sleep. Oh, I'm so glad Madeline's doing well. So it's gotta be at least the 4 months, Sandy, that, she's been on the immunotherapy, and didn't you or she said that after 4 months, you start to know whether it's working? I'm so happy. I did fall, Kathy. I took a big flop. Yeah, I was putting something down for the dogs, and I don't know if I tripped or if I just slid on something. Also didn't have my shoes on, and it teaches me another lesson that perhaps it's a good idea for me to put shoes on when I go walking around. But I've been feeling very secure in my ability to walk under most circumstances. That's not to say that the leg doesn't get fatigued, it does. It's not to say that there are times when it scares me a little bit, it does. But at least I don't feel no. I have the strange thing is I haven't worn the necklace because I was planning on stopping the service, and it taught me that I can't stop the service yet either. So I'm gonna have to keep that going. To get on another subject, as I started to say, I went to I think it was the first event that I went to at one of the libraries, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I know it was, Lauren. That lady goes to the gym, walks. Oh, God bless. Good for her. That's wonderful. Hi, Rosanna. All right, Mary's telling us saw the oncologist on Monday the 9th and scheduled for the next chemo on December 16th if they can get Aetna approval. Hope to shrink the tumor before surgery. Yes, that's always the goal, Mary. That's what they had said to me before my surgery. They originally had talked about the possibility of chemo and a radiation, but in my case, there was so little difference in what chemo did for my kind of tumor that it made no sense for me whatsoever. And when oh, Ange, nice to see you here. That's a really pleasant surprise. Um, it was the medical oncologist that I had seen had said that one of the drugs that they used to treat this could either give me hallucinations or could put me in a coma. So I said, thank you very much. I think I'm going to opt out of that one. And he said, I would not recommend it for you for this kind of, for your kind of um tumor. So he isn't a candidate for radiation. Yeah. So, um, where was I with it? Yeah, so for me, it was just the radiation. Okay, let me get back to the thing at the library. What they had was it was a band, and it was America's Songbook is what they called it, and they were playing music from a number of different eras. They played quite a number of Sinatra songs. They played Engelbert Humperdinck's After the Lovin'. Very hard for me to sit. I know, Sandy. I just saw Sheila's, um, I saw her video today and I responded to her. I didn't know that she was going through that really tough time. I need to talk to her anyway, so I'm going to have to catch up with her soon. But um, I love live music. I just love it. There is something so soothing about it, so relaxing. It was loud. In this particular library, they have an actual theater, and it has quite a number of seats. So there were a lot of available seats there, and it was just nice. There was a female and a male singer, and I videoed little clips of it. You have to be careful with all of that stuff, with copyrighted stuff. That one was at the Bethpage Library, and they have a lot of really good things. They have something tomorrow that I really would like to go to if I can manage to get there. They're doing this guy. Let me see if I can find it on my other phone. It is, let's see. Let me see if I can get the thing. It is, let me see. That's not it. Um, okay. Oh, I'm not getting the latest thing. Shoot. Oh, for example, at the Bethpage Library on the 18th, they're going to have a traditional Irish Christmas presented by Jim Hawkins, singer and storyteller, and co-sponsored by the Central Park Historical Society. And it says, what better way to get into the holiday spirit than with music? Jim Hawkins promises to get you in the spirit of an Irish Christmas with songs, stories, and poetry appropriate to the season, which I think is great. And the thing that they have tomorrow, it's called Miracle on 34th Street, the backstory. And I love that movie. It's the original movie with Maureen O'Hara, John Payne, Edmund Gwenn, and Natalie Wood. And what it says is it's presented by Sal St. George, author and producer. It says he gave us a fascinating lecture on the movie It's a Wonderful Life a couple of years ago. He returns to give us insight into the making and ultimate success of another holiday classic, Miracle on 34th Street, starring Maureen O'Hara, John Payne, Edmund Gwenn, and child star Natalie Wood. This film continues to touch the hearts of movie lovers 70 years later. Sal will entertain and inform you with clips from the film and the story behind the story. The story behind the story is often more fascinating than even what we see. But this particular library I love because they have lots of really wonderful things. On Friday, they have the film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I didn't see that one because there were a lot of people who didn't love that one, so I didn't see that. But they have a lot of live music too, apparently, and they have all kinds of discussion groups. And I'm finding the more I get myself out there and into the mainstream of life outside of myself, the better I like it. It really helps. It really is very meaningful. And I keep saying it over and over again. For those of us who have the ability to get around whenever we can, I would love to know that story too, Myra. I really want to know the story behind the story. I'm not closer to selling yet because this attorney had asked me to wait for a little bit, and I'm doing that. I'm hoping to put the house on the market in the spring, but I can't do anything yet. But I'm working on other things that kind of need to happen in between. So, life is interesting always because now that I've made myself part of it is good, Mary. It's really so important for me because it was too easy to do nothing. It was too easy to stay in my tiny little and yes, he's an attorney that I am working with. Yeah, and he's it was his advice and I really I love him. I do. So I'm going to take his advice at least for now and see where it takes me. I'm going to change the subject for a minute because I want to ask you how you like my eye makeup. I did a tiny little video about this. She put her house on, it sold on Tuesday. Yeah, it is. Where is her house, Kathy? What market is she in? Because it's been a very hot market in a lot of markets, and it's great when it happens. I don't know that that would happen with my house because I have things that need to be fixed, and I don't have the ability to get them fixed at this point. So I'm going to have to do what I am able to do. I know, there is a world out there. Oh, in Franklin, Tennessee. Yeah, I think Franklin is a really good area for that, and I know that a lot of those areas down in Tennessee, um, in anywhere around that Nashville area also are really good. I remember when my clients had gone down there when they sold here, they bought in Brentwood in Nashville or the Nashville suburbs or whatever it is, and they've been extremely happy down there. They really have. So I'm happy for them. Okay, I'm going to go back to the makeup for a minute. Tell me what you think. Because I watched a young girl. I haven't really been doing too much in it's a very sought after area. That's what I thought. Yeah. Isn't Franklin where what's her name moved? Oh, thanks, Ange. I have to tell you what I did was a little bit different. And as I say, Irene, that's right, Irene moved down there. I would love to know if she's happy down there. I imagine that she would be, and she'll do what she has to do to make it work for her. Okay, back to the makeup. I had watched this girl, younger woman, wonderful, wonderful tutorials. Oh, she loves it? Oh, that's great. So you're staying in touch? That's terrific. You've made some good friends here, Sandy. I think that's wonderful. I really do. So it has definitely served a purpose. Um, yeah, so this young girl does tutorials and she does it in such an easy to watch and matter of fact way that you come away really learning something from her. Now, this is not the typical eye makeup that I do at all, in the sense that I usually do it for the. Oh, you see her on Facebook. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm so glad. That's great. Um, I usually do more of the hooded eye kind of look and that. But one of the things that she said I thought was absolutely fascinating, and I had never seen it, never heard anybody else say it, never did it, never practiced it, never anything. What she said was to do a little bit of a line up if you want to have that little tail. Now, I did it with the black liner because I happened to come across the black liner that I had bought last Christmas. No, it couldn't have been last Christmas. Must have been the Christmas before from Ciate of London. And it's a wonderful liner. But what she had said was to look where your last lash is and to just go up right where your last lash is. And it's interesting because when I look at it, to me, it really almost looks like it's a continuation of your lashes. So I thought it was interesting. I thought I would play with it for a little bit. It may not be the best way to go for those of us who are of a certain age. It would be up near your ear. Yeah, you can make a tiny little bit at a time, though. You really can. One other thing that she had suggested that I wouldn't have the nerve to do at this age, and yeah, really good, and it looks so good. One of the things that she said was if you want your eyes to look bigger, to do the part that you do down here where you're using your shadow, to do it a little farther down and leave a space. I may try that one day just to see if it works, and I will when I get the video out. I didn't I don't think I subscribed to her. So I'm going to try to find her video because I want to link it in the the more section of my video so that I can let you all see her for yourselves because she's really good. Thanks, Shar. Hi, Denise. Great to see you. Baking a lot these days? Um, yeah, but what she said, as I say, was to leave a space and it makes your eyes look bigger. And when she did it on herself, it looked really good. Oh, she also showed this thing. Was that her? No, that was somebody else, I think. Oh, hello. I'm gone. Uh-oh.
I am back with yet another hygiene video, and I got
No. Where did I go? Oh my God. Where did I go? So much for hand holding this thing. It just shows you how talented I am. This is a liquid eyeliner. This one is from Ciate of London. It's just because I happen to have it. Unfortunately, it's drying out. It was one of my absolute favorites, and I'm about to do a video in the next couple of days about all my favorites of 2019. 'Tis the season, and I know a lot of the YouTubers are doing it, but I wanted to share with all of you some of my favorite things. And in my case, it's not going to be just about makeup or skincare or anything like that. It's going to be about things in life, all the things that were the most meaningful for me. Um, oh, my friend in the hospital. Oh, did Elle Leary do that? I didn't know that. I didn't see it, Mary. Yes, that would have been absolutely hysterical. Um, and the answer is no. Not at the moment. Um, so well, oh, you totally threw me. Lost my train of thought. As long as it doesn't irritate. Um, oh, there was somebody recently who was showing a way to overdraw your lips if you have thin lips without making it look like a caricature where you look like you're a cartoon character. She did such a fantastic job that I tried it. It looked hilarious on me. So clearly I didn't do it right, but I will practice. And when I do it better, I'll show it to you. But again, as I say, I'm going to bring you in close for a minute because I wanted to show you the eye thing. It wasn't Ann P. like like Betty Boop. Okay, so you can see, and don't look too closely at my brows because they desperately needed tweezing. I brought my tweezer to bed with me because the light is really good in here. And I was going to tweeze, except somewhere in my several conversations on the phone tonight, um, I lost my tweezer yet again, so I have to find it. Scott, who does JLo's makeup, said he overdraws her lips with a light brown liner. Yeah, it's absolutely. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah. But this, I'm telling you, this girl had very thin lips. Very. And when she was finished, she had these lush, big lips that looked great. It didn't look like she had fillers. It didn't look like a caricature. She looked phenomenal. I'm going to try to find that video as well, and I'm going to try to link that in one of my regular videos so that you can see it because wow, she did a fantastic job. And any little thing that helps us, let's go for it. I don't need bigger lips. No, it was just I was so impressed with what she had done that I just wanted to try it. It was the way that she did it, where she did it up here and then she came down almost as if her lips didn't go out as far. I tried that. That does not look great on this old face. I can't speak about anybody else's old face, but it did not look phenomenal. You need less mustache. Let me tell you something. Look at my mustache. I had started doing that shaving. Remember when I was talking about, oh, I guess that must have been about a year ago. Oh, ladies, the battery is going low, so I'm not going to be able to stay on too long tonight. I don't have it's not connected tonight because I'm not sitting in my chair with the extension thing. Um, did I see the Peter Thomas Roth eye bag line reduce? No. I love the, cucumber mask. Oh, yeah, no, I love the cucumber mask, and that may actually make it into my favorite products of 19. So I will, as I say, I'm gonna try to do that in the next couple of days, and I wanna thank Sheila for, telling me about trying to upload my little t not 2008, my little, my little videos that I could upload directly. The serum erases and tightens line. Oh, I used Peter Thomas Roth, Peter Thomas Roth, that thing easily a year and a half ago. I said it was a way to remove bags in 5 minutes. The problem is I used it for 4 or 5 days and it started burning in my skin to the point that when I stopped using it, my skin still was burning for easily a week or two afterwards. So personally, I would never use it again. And yeah, that did not work for me. There's something really odd going on with my phone. Oh, maybe it has to do with the fact that I dropped my phone in the toilet. What? Pumpkin is good for your face? Slap it on your face and then just have somebody lick it off. Anne did a video about that. Yeah, you let the dogs lick it off. Yeah, I did have this new product and I did a video on it and I'm going to be uploading that. And that was from L'Oreal. It was from Influencer. And they sent it to me to test. And I did a video on it and that hopefully will be up tomorrow. I did a very short video talking about the eye look and it's up, but I have to make it live. It took a very long time to do it for like a 4 minute video. It was crazy. So I've got to figure out this issue that my phone has with my computer. But to get back to the phone, it's doing some very strange things on the sides of the phone. It's like it's faded, like it's something wrong with the color. I hope I'm not in serious trouble with this phone. It fell in the toilet. What happened was after I fell, instead of grabbing that apron that Sheila had told me to get after my surgery, and of course I haven't used it for a long time because I haven't needed it, but it had, I had to do something with my phones. I was afraid to walk anywhere in the house the first day because I was walking, so I walked with my walker. It was that bad the first day. So I had my phones in my back pockets of my jeans. And then I had to go to the bathroom. And I totally forgot that I had my phones in the back pocket of my jeans. And there was my phone floating in the toilet. The only thing I can tell you is that they had said for the new phones when I got the 10 that they, not that they were waterproof per se, but that they could make it in water up to a certain number of meters for a certain period of time. And believe me, it was only in the toilet for maybe a minute or two. I went into a state of shock for a minute. Yeah, water resistant. And I just pulled it out and I dried it off as fast as I could. But I'm seeing a strip across the top where the color is lighter. And I hope I'm not in trouble. That night, when I went to plug my phone in to charge it, I got a message, and I didn't see it right away, but I got a message that's dry rice. Yes, I don't have insurance on it. It was yes, the toilet water was clean. Yeah, it was when I was first about to sit down. Um, Yeah, I don't have insurance. It's the first time I ever had a phone without insurance. I just couldn't do it. It was too much money because I had the 2 phones, and I figured I normally am good with my phone. I don't run into a problem, so I'd probably be okay. Shows you. You just never know. But, yeah, I didn't think to do that because it had said it was water resistant, but when I went to plug it in to do the, recharging, it gave me a message that said that it discovered water in the charger thing and, to wait until it dried out. At least it's not a shitty phone. No, it is not a shitty phone. No, I can't believe it, and I have to tell you, probably 2 or 3 times, and this has never happened to me in my entire life, but probably 2 or 3 times I've dropped my house phone into the toilet. So so it's not something that I say with any kind of pride, but it is, in fact, something that happened. Bada bing. Ex exactly. So, yeah, I'm losing it on some levels. To go back to my friend who was in the hospital, and I know you had asked about that. Thank God he's doing better. I'm so grateful that he's doing better. He actually is now out of the hospital and he's in rehab and he's been there for a few days. Presumably, they'll keep him for a couple of weeks because they want to help him regain his strength. He was in the hospital, I think, for at least 10 days and then rehab. So he's going to need to walk and do physical therapy to make sure that he's strong enough to be home because it's one of those problems. I'm so glad. Yeah. So prayers for him to continue to get better. Linda, I have to tell you, Linda got very angry at me that I did not call 911. Bec- and what I found out was, and I didn't find out that night, she was really angry at me all day because she really was frightened for me. And I wound up, I guess, I don't know, the next morning we were having a conversation or something, and she said to me, I am never going to talk to you again when you're walking around. You have to be sitting somewhere. And she said, I feel so guilty. And I said, don't be ridiculous. How? Exactly. Sandy was saying 911. How can I help? I've fallen and I can't get up. Yeah, so Linda was feeling guilty that she was on the phone when it happened. Had nothing to do with her. And Lord knows I should be able to walk and chew gum at the same time, although I can't always, but I'd like to think that I can some of the time at least. Okay, I'm not going to be able to stay on too long because, as I said, unfortunately, the battery is running low. I will go back to my old place on the chair. And by the way, I did sleep on the chair for part of the night, the first night, because it makes it so easy to elevate my leg on that. I'm not going to repeat that one, Sandy. People who want to see your latest comment are going to have to take a look at the live chat. So if anybody comes in to to see this video afterwards, just watch Sandy's remarks. That is hilarious. Yeah, would that I could reach my toenails. But it's definitely something to keep in mind, Sandy. Uh, on that note, I think that's a really good note to say she is funny. She really is funny. Yes, we have missed you, Sandy, when you don't show up. Okay, do let me know also how Ben Gay is doing. I'm so glad you did too, Ange. I think it's great. And again, I'm going to try to come on Sunday night. She is a real Joan Rivers. She absolutely is. She is funny as hell. She ought to have her own YouTube show. How about it, Sandy? You can just talk. Actually, you're so good though at responding. Well, just like Joan Rivers did. When anybody said anything, she was really good at kind of poking fun. Okay, it was nice seeing everybody. I'm going to try to come on Sunday night, barring anything else unforeseen. If I get to go to that thing tomorrow to see about the Miracle on 34th Street, I'll let you know. I invited Linda to go with me. I don't want to drive yet because it was my ankle and it's my right foot. I don't want to risk, the mobility of getting my foot on both the accelerator and the brake in a timely manner, so I'm not going to risk that. So we'll see. Okay, yes. Let us know how it goes with Lance. Everybody, take care, and hopefully I'll see you next time. And if there's anything any of you want to share next time, please do. Take care. It was great seeing you all. You know I love you. Good night.